My ego got the best of me. Yeah, you heard that right. My ego got the best of me when I was a young man. And basically through most of my life. I know it's crazy. Crazy to admit, actually. But when I sit down and think about my life and how in high school and church, I avoided people almost like the plague. Not that I didn't like people. I actually love people. I love helping people. People are really good. Some of them are really crazy. But I realized early on in life that you can't do anything in life without people. Even if you're on the internet, you still making codes and stuff like that, you still need people on the other side that are going to actually purchase the service that you're providing. So you have to interact with them somehow. It took me a long time to figure out why my ego was holding me back, or how my ego was holding me back. So in senior English, there was a quote that the teacher had put up that said, "If you want to change the world, start with yourself," by Gandhi. It didn't immediately just kind of slap me, but as I thought about it through the next couple weeks, and I was like, damn, that is really good. And I went home, and lo and behold, my dad had this little, it's what you learn after you know it all that counts. Yeah, sometimes I still have to reread it. It still didn't hit me. So a few months after high school, I'm working. By the way, I always work. I've worked since I was able to work. I'm pretty much a workaholic, which is a good thing. I found that I could avoid getting into those uncomfortable situations with small to medium-sized groups of people if I was working. I know. My ego getting the best of me. So a few months after high school, ran into this guy who's very charismatic, energetic, friendly, smiled a lot. I still don't smile, by the way. I just haven't got there yet. I'm working on it, though. Hopefully before I die, I'll be able to smile at will. I mean, right now I'm smiling, but I'm sure my face is not saying that. I know. You can't laugh at yourself. Who can you laugh at? My gosh. His name was Mr. Newton. Still lives here in the Wichita area. Great guy. We still talk every now and then. He lent me this book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Napoleon Hill. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It is a best-selling book. I don't know of all time or not, but it's pretty dang good. I try to read it at least once a year. When I was reading the book, it wasn't like a regular textbook. It was actually kind of a book, and I guess dumbed down to my level at the time. It made me start thinking, with all this new knowledge, what don't I know? So I started reading books. Because to me, reading books was easier than talking with people. You would think I'm an introvert, which it depends on the time. But really, when I was a kid, you couldn't get me to stop talking. So, long story short, I was, life happens, and I was at the dinner table, and the kids are talking and giggling and laughing and cutting it up. I couldn't hear them. Had no earthly idea what they were saying, and I couldn't read their lips. They were moving so dang fast. And up until that point, I had been able to have one-on-one conversations with people and read their lips and make out what they were saying. But that never dawned on me. I got some nudging, started researching hearing aids, because I didn't really think at 30, 40 years old I should be having hearing aids. Turns out I should have had them a long time ago, like a long, long time ago. I had found out from my mom that when I was young, because I didn't remember this, I had actually had skin grafts put down in my ears because they had permanent holes in them. One side took, one side didn't, but I digress. Getting the hearing aids and being able to listen to my kids have conversations and banter back and forth, such a freaking blessing. I have missed out so much in being able to talk to other people and listen to my kids, family members, all because my ego said, no, you're not old enough for that stuff. Or, maybe you should go to the doctor. Never dawned on me. While I was reading books, investing and researching in real estate and real estate investing and stuff like that, and I went to that direction because it's more of a numbers game. It's crunching numbers and figuring out what's property is the best, and what your ROI is going to be, and make sure you have all your expenses, and yeah, which is perfect for me. Love that. Love numbers. But I do love reading. I know, kind of weird. So once having the hearing aids and being able to enjoy hearing people and working on conversations with people, because even now to this day, I will still try to read your lips while I have hearing aids in. And sometimes I may be a little slow to respond just because I want to make sure I got every word you said in order to make a complete sentence and actually make the sentence make sense. If you talk to some of my kids, I can come up with some off-the-wall sentences. So after getting the hearing aids and being able to hear my kids talk and banter back and forth and hear other people talk and start learning how to have conversations again, because I've never been really one for small talk since I really couldn't hear. I would rather focus on conversations that matter. So now I'm trying to learn how to talk about the weather, which we live in Kansas and there's weather all the time, different weather all the time. I decided in my mid-40s to use my newfound gift, new blessing that I had, being able to hear people, and my love for real estate, and actually go on the residential side to help families find the home of their dreams, or sell the home that they have so they can get the home of their dreams or the home that's right for them. It truly has changed my outlook on life. I've always loved people, but from afar. Now I really, truly am enjoying having those one-on-one conversations and small group conversations, especially the small group conversations where you can banter back and forth, because I've never been able to do that before. At least not effectively. I was always a guy going, what in the world is going on? If you guys have any people that suffer from hearing loss, or maybe they don't even know they suffer from hearing loss, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to share the information I found about the hearing aids I personally use, or if you have any other kind of ailments or you just want to talk to somebody. I've spent most of my life listening because, that had to be an active listening skill, because if not, I would have had no idea what the heck was going on. And sometimes just getting it off your chest and talking about it definitely helps. So I hope you guys have a great week. Until next week, I'll see you later. Where was I going to go from there? Great question. Because I found that most of the time, work, sometimes, well,